G'day everyone, Jason Haynes here once again, QPL Rural, with another look around the Riverina at what's been happening in rural property over the last week. Well, spring is obviously here at the moment. We've got some early cotton plantings to the west of the Riverina as we speak. A number of producers just holding off there to see this soil temperature come up and a bit more warmer weather come through, which will no doubt be the case in the next few weeks. Also, we've got silage and hay underway at the moment in a lot of areas, including Barellan and right down in the southern parts of the Riverina. But no doubt most of our dryland producers are looking forward to this rain event next week, with it is forecast at the moment to be somewhere between 15 and 30 millimetres. In rural property this week, we've got a little bit going on. We've got our expressions of interest closing this afternoon on our lease properties at Colleambley. So a good opportunity there to step in, especially with this water market that looks like it's going to be in a very good position for the next couple of years. Also, Whispering Pines, we're getting closer and closer to the auction date of this property. 703 acres of very good cropping country, that well-renowned Barellan area. This property is listed as certified organic at the moment and does have its own grain milling business also on the property. It's a very good entry-level property for somebody looking for either tree change or somebody that can absolutely value add what they're already producing on the farm. It's quite an interesting model and well worth looking at. Now, this is a great little agribusiness for somebody with several different income flows into the one business there, and a good opportunity, as I said, for somebody that really wants to start off without needing thousands and thousands of acres to make your way in agriculture. For those of you who haven't seen the product before, keep an eye out. It is in a lot of shops throughout the Riverina and in fact throughout the country. Obviously, there's a little bit of work in a property like this, but there is absolute reward when you're value adding with an established marketplace, an established clientele. You're value adding that product you're already producing in the paddock. So well worth a look, Whispering Pines. Next this week, I want to go back to Colleambley and talk about our couple of properties here. Firstly, WONDAREE Farms, a very good aggregation, great underground water on this one, and a good opportunity for somebody to step in there into a diversified portfolio. Now, not only does WONDAREE Farms have a very good source of water, that Zone 1 and Zone 2 water, and quite a strong portfolio there, it also has two connections onto that Carabri Channel. It's well renowned for producing summer crops like corn, cotton, but also a vast array of winter crops, including seed crops. The property also boasts some 98 hectares of in-ground grapevines, but the opportunity here with this property that I really get excited for is looking around at what's happening in the district, and there's a big market to be had in locking up a portion of this property to a permanent planting of some description. I had the opportunity to speak to people producing citrus and mandarins during the week, and some of the returns you're able to get out of this as a core investment within a property are quite substantial, and properties like WONDAREE do lend themselves to having this core within your business. Quite simply, the returns that you can generate here, even in a tight water year, are quite substantial, and a lot of the basic land and infrastructure is already in place on a place like WONDAREE to be able to do that. The fertigation systems there, a lot of the main lines are there to start putting in some of these specialty crops and really getting them to production very quickly. Now, WONDAREE Farms, along with our other 3,100 acre aggregation in this Colleambley area, is available for essentially a walk-in, walk-out operation. In fact, our other aggregation in Colleambley has the hills pulled, the fertiliser down and ready to go, and they're happy to sign this over to the new owners if that's what you want to do. So here's an opportunity to step into these properties and start with this year's current crop with the perfect growing conditions that we're experiencing at the moment, the solid water price and solid commodity price. You're going to be producing off these farms straight away. So give me a call on any of this country today. They can be sold as a whole or broken down into the individual farming components. So happy to have a conversation at any level. Now, as always, if you'd like any more information on anything I've spoken about here today, please feel free to give me a call at any time, 0488 594 450. We'll catch up again next week. Cheers.